Hello everyone, and welcome to R Animations Workbench. In this series, we will take a look at some of the custom models I have made, as well as showing you how certain things were made. With that said, let's begin with the first edition of face making. But first, the obligatory disclaimer. The process begins by taking some grey plasticine and making it into a flat circular shape. I then take a small coin, in this case a 5p coin, and carefully move it around the edges of the face. The reason for this is so I can make a guideline of how much plasticine I need to take off, so that the face doesn't look too chubby, shall we say. Once that's done, I use my modelling tool, which in this case is a flat end screwdriver. I then just carefully take away the plasticine I don't want. This could be used for certain parts later on. For the eyes, I use these 5mm pearls. You can get these from any arts and crafts store. I first test fitted them to the face to see how they would look, and they also served as a guide for where the eye sockets needed to be made. I've also left them in so I can help shape certain parts of the face round them, and to, not misshapen the eye holes themselves. Speaking of which, the nose, cheeks, and chin came next. For me, these are sometimes not the easiest parts to do, because sometimes you have to try and keep them at a certain shape so that either one part's not bigger than the other. For example, I sometimes have trouble trying to keep the cheeks at the same shape. And instead of just plopping them on the face right away, I instead squash them down a bit with my fingertips to about a certain shape, and then just blend them in. Again, another tricky part. Trying to blend them in when one part's already on is not an easy task. Once the main structure was done, I took the split pearls out, yes, I split one in half, saves on the pearls, and then started to paint them. Though in this particular case, these were painted like 5 times. Probably should have primed them first. While the paint dried, I moved on to adding extra details onto the face, which included the nostrils, dent on the forehead, yes, this was a face for Dom, and of course a mouth, which in this case was a smile, couldn't be easier. Next came the eyebrows. For this particular face, I made my eyebrows out of plasticine, which would then just be stuck on. If you look at this picture here, you'll notice the eyebrows on these faces have been painted on. With this sort of plasticine I'm using, it's not really a good idea, so I don't recommend painting them on. But if you're using an oven-baked clay, then that's an entirely different case. By this time, the paint is all dry, the eyes are put back in, and the pupils are added. At the time of this video, they have been painted on with a bamboo skewer, but as you can see here, they're made out of plasticine. I don't recommend doing it like this, but aside from that, that's what it took to make this face. Hope you all enjoyed this first episode of DR Animations Workbench. Join me next time as we take a look at how Dom's model was made. In the meantime, thank you for watching.